Hello YouTube and welcome to another episode of Let's Learn the Mods. Today we're going to be learning about Autocrafting with applied Energistics. So let's begin. To start off, we're going to build the absolute basic. This is expandable to a very, very large amount. But this is, for the most part, the basics that we need to get started. So we're using these to create the containment wall. And then when all this is put together properly, it'll form into a multi-block structure. Pattern providers allow you to store a certain amount of patterns. So that's the pattern provider right there. And then the crafting CPU allows you to speed up at the rate it crafts. So in fact, actually, let's just expand this some. So we can make it fairly fast. So just do that like this. And these the inner edges need to be, the inner parts need to be vents. The outer parts need to be containment walls. So keep that in mind when you're building this. All right. There and there. Okay, so we're gonna basically, we only need one pattern provider, but we're going to put a ton of crafting CPUs in here so we can just speed this along quickly. Alright. Crafting CPUs. There we go. And then we just fill in the heat fence and we should be done. There we go. And there. And that should not form in a second because we didn't complete this. Alright, there we go. Now it's all complete. Now we just need some ME cabling. And then we just need to hook this up to the system itself. There we go. Now it's all hooked up. Okay. So next we need to define the patterns we wanna make. So we're gonna autocraft a 64K storage drive. So for the whoops, sorry, that's not what I wanted. Alright, so let's go into recipe mode and see what we need for a 64K storage drive. From here, it looks like we need this, this, and this. Alright, let's start off with the basic processor. Oh, we need to go even lower. A quartz cutting knife, that's weird. Alright, so we'll encode that. So let's start off by requesting a quartz cutting knife. Over here, it'll be displayed as craft if you have none in the system. So we'll say craft, and bam, we got one. Alright, so let's go from here. And from here, we knew we needed silicone. Now, the way to get silicone is by smelting surge quartz dust or nether quartz dust. So let's define it. We're going to say nether quartz will be our source of silicone, and there. Unfortunately, we can't put that in there. We have to bring it over to here to an ME interface. So we just toss that in here, and that basically says for every silicon, it requires one nether quartz dust. So that'll pull out of the system the nether quartz dust, spit it into there, and then it will remove the silicon when it's done, and then put it back into the system. So as you can see, we got 511. So let's test that out. So there we go. We requested one. And that should craft it. Oh, yep. We're just low on power. That's it. Oh, I know why you're not working. It's because of this. There we go. Okay, much better. Alright, so we got our silicon. Alright, so we'll just toss that in there. And, or I'm sorry, we didn't even need to do that. Let's request one more. It produces it. Oh, right, you need an import bus every time you want to import back into the system. So let's get that real quick and make sure we can get an import bus on this. Alright, and that just needs to go on the bottom. There we go. And then we just need to bring ME cable around to here. There we go. It's all hooked up now. So that'll pull it out of there, and then we should have it in here. There we go. Okay, perfect. Alright, next what we needed was we needed basic assemblies. Alright. And the thing about basic assemblies is you need to cook these. So we're going to do the same thing with the basic assemblies. I also know we need diamond assembly, so let's do that as well. There we go. Alright, so we got the basic assemblies. Now let's define what one will equal. So we're going to request 2 of these, in fact. And a thing to note is we got a crafting monitor over here. This will tell us what we're missing. So we're missing 2 diamonds. So to fix this, we just put in the diamonds, and bam, it's done. So take that out and that. And you know what? Let's just replace this with a regular furnace. Cause alright. There. And then we just need a regular furnace. Electric furnace. And then reduce this to like, what was it, 32? There we go, 32. Alright, that'll be much happier. Alright, now we need to define what each one equals. So we'll do that. This is much slower, but hey, I didn't want to spend the time figuring out the whole lever thing. So we're just going with this. Alright, so we go into here, clear this out, we'll say this equals this, and then this equals this. Alright, so I basically showed you all the processes that you need to go through to get the 64K storage drive automated. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to finish all this, but one thing before that is I did want to show you how I'm populating the pattern table without actually having the items. So I'll do that right now. Okay, so basically what I do is whenever I need to populate the inventory, I go into here, I hold shift, and then I left click this question mark, and that'll populate the thing. So I'm gonna go through and finish all this, and I'll be back in a second. Alright, and we're back. So let's request one 64K storage drive. Go over to the storage monitor, we see it's crafting everything over here. And we have our 64K storage drive right here. Take it out, and let's just plop it in here. Awesome! You can do this for basically everything. So that's our coverage on the auto crafting system for applied energistics. So I hope you all have a good day. See you all later.